Hey, you guys. I got news today that I wanted to share with you because it reminds me of the work that I do and how happy I am that I have what I have as far as the practice and the knowledge base. I got word today that someone who worked for our company, I'm just going to say 15 years ago. I'm not even sure. I'm barely actually remember this person, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. Just a lot of life has happened since then. 2 kids, business collapse, new businesses, life, right? I'm not the same I was 15 years ago, but apparently she was holding on to a lot of angst and anger towards me, towards working for us. And quite frankly, didn't have a lot of pleasant things to say about me. And it's hard when you first hear that. Like, I wouldn't intentionally want that for anybody. I wouldn't want to make a workplace where someone felt that way. And I definitely didn't get that feeling from the small time that I do remember working with her. So it was a lot to take in. And she even went as far as to say my book was a lie. And I had to kind of chuckle in a sense because, like, how would you know? Like, and at the same time, she's sitting in her truth, right? Like, it's real for her. So I don't want to discount her feelings. So I sent a message and apologized for whatever my role is in that, because I can own up to that. Not everybody is going to be like us. Not everybody, we're going to be a cup of tea for everybody. So I thought that that was at least something that I could do on my part. And I was so grateful in knowing that I don't have to be my past. I don't have to live in my past. And if this truly has been keeping her angry this long for this amount of time over something that I don't recall, like the big piece of it, right? Which I guess is neither here nor there. Like I said, it's hers. That we can hold on for so long that we let it brew and fester, and where does that end up in life, right? Like, where does that get us? That gets us in a habit of brewing and festering and being angry, and we all can tend to do that, and we want to blame someone else, and we want to point the finger everywhere else but within. And when I heard this information, besides the initial shock, I couldn't help but think, wow, like, I'm so sad that she's had to live with that, and I've never given it another thought, right? Like, it's not a person I hung out with. We didn't spend time together. In fact, I was pregnant and having my second kid and about to retire from the office, which is why I don't remember a lot of the detail. But she's obviously holding on to that anger. So I hope in some way my apology will free that for her. I know it frees it for me. And even a year or two ago, I would have let this spin me into some deep sadness and perhaps even beating myself up, right? But the growth I've experienced and the practice I've initiated into my own thoughts, like, I know that's hers. That's not mine to own. But where I can look at other places in life and take responsibility for actions that may have hurt somebody, it got me to thinking that I realized that we don't always know when we hurt people, and it's not always in our intention, but it happens, and people live with it. And so I guess I'm inspired to come on here and just say, if we know each other or knew each other in the past, and I caused you any pain, I'm truly sorry. It was never my intention, and I get that things happen, and I think that communication is so key in expressing ourselves and expressing what we need. And I would just ask that you reach out and we have a conversation about it. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, hope that that sorry that I sent this woman appeases some of that pain for herself, or she allows it to. And just a good reminder to be kind, right? And just keep growing. And I can tell you that me at 50 is not the same me at 38. My kids are grown. Like, there's just a lot shuffling at that time. My mom was having health issues. Like, life, everybody has life. And sometimes if we can just stop and consider that and be compassionate for where everybody else is at, for where we're at, for what they may experience, and don't discount that that is their true experience, then I think we can begin to heal. So that's it today, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you next week.